wondering how much of the sort of stochastic nature of the whole problem and what kind of reliability and security stuff have people been working on or thinking about, or what work needs to be done in that area to really make this stuff effective, right? Because the first time something goes boom, it's going to set the whole industry back probably a number of years if it happens. Anybody want to?
Well, I think just to pick up on the one point you said, which is it shouldn't be taken for granted that this is a stochastic world. It's going to be. It's emerging right now. But it's important to understand that the utility industry today is operated on the deterministic model. Load, for all intents and purposes in the aggregate, is very predictable based on temperature and weather conditions and the like. And so it's essentially treated as deterministic. Generation resources are largely deterministic today. That's not going to be the case, and it's already happening that we have to shift to a much more stochastic model in terms of how the whole systems operate, from planning through how the systems are implemented, designed and implemented, and then it's operated. And that's a fundamental shift that's going to be required. Now, so building on top of that, dealing with uncertainty and the risk that are inherent with that sort of system. And again, this is a system that was not unlike an old airplane, propeller plane that was inherently stable. Now we're moving to a fly-by-wire type system is what we're talking about. So in that world that Mark's talking about, sure, any element that starts to disrupt that can have ripple effects that can be catastrophic. So again, these issues that we've talked about in terms of how to think now about how to make sure we build those into the system today as these are being deployed is really the essential thing. We're not going to be able to retrofit. This is not a system that recycles or has a life cycle of every 24 months like we do with other technologies that we've been used to in IT, or 5 years or 7 years like software at the enterprise level. These are 15, 20-year, in some cases 30 or 40-year assets, and so it's important to get it right from the beginning. It's much like building an airplane. You don't build an airplane and then try and fix the bugs once it's up in the air. You're going to have to get it right from
the
outset.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah. So, this is a different approach to trying to build these systems out.
And it's, if I may, it's not just energy. I mean, if we really think about this, we're talking about resources.
Right.
We're talking about the limitation and the strategic nature of resources. And as hard as we have to think about energy, we equally have to think, if not even more urgently, about water. You talk about a precious commodity that is going to limit where people and